Here's the one rule that decides whether a trust actually protects your assets or falls apart the moment you need it. The rule is timing. A trust only works if it's set up before the risk shows up, not after. Courts routinely unwind trusts that were funded after a lawsuit, a loan default, or a claim was already on the horizon. If you're building the structure in response to a threat, it's usually too late. So who actually needs this kind of planning? A few groups face this most directly. Professionals with personal liability exposure: physicians, attorneys, contractors where a single judgment can outpace their insurance, business owners who have signed personal guarantees, since a failed business can expose their personal assets. Families thinking about generational wealth transfer, where a trust can avoid probate, reduce estate tax exposure, and shield inheritances from a beneficiary's creditors or divorce. People entering a marriage with significant separate assets. Real estate investors managing liability across multiple properties. And anyone planning ahead for incapacity so decisions don't end up in a court-supervised guardianship. If you fall into one of these categories, here's how the formation process actually works. Start with purpose: asset protection, tax reduction, probate avoidance, or succession planning. Each point to a different structure, so get clear on which one is primary. Next, define exactly what you're protecting and from what kind of risk, since that shapes everything downstream. Then choose your jurisdiction. States like Nevada, South Dakota, and Delaware each offer different advantages depending on your goals. After that, select a trustee for asset protection trusts. Genuine independence from the grantor is a legal requirement, not a formality. Then write distribution standards that reflect real intent, not vague language that creates disputes later. Fund the trust completely. A trust with no assets titled into it is just paperwork. And finally, maintain it. Filings, trustee accountings, and for foreign trusts, mandatory annual IRS reporting. Done in that order, before the risk arrives, a trust becomes one of the strongest tools available for protecting what you've built. Subscribe for more practical guidance on protecting and structuring what you've built. Subscribe for more practical guidance on protecting and structuring what you've built.